apart, which is about your own fist width distance. And we'll start about middle of the mat. Draw your shoulders back. Keep the weight even between the balls of the feet and the heels. Put the weight even between the inside and the outside of the foot. So we're standing with equal pressure on the big toe joint and the pinky toe joint. The arms are reaching long. We're zipping the abdominals up and in, belly button to spine. Draw the shoulder blades back, growing tall through the crown of the head. Let's take an inhale. And exhale, roll down. Bring the crown of the head down, the upper back, the mid back. Right about here, we're going to bend those knees, protect your low back, and take your fingertips to the floor. Nice big inhale. And exhale, scoop the abdominals in, slowly rolling up, straightening the legs, and then restacking the spine. Try to find that exact spot you started in again. Inhale. Exhale, roll down from the crown of the head, the upper back, the mid back. Bend your knees. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Nice big inhale. And exhale, roll all the way up. Nice and slow. Stack your spine. By the way, if you're wearing an Apple Watch, don't forget to start your Pilates workout. Okay, just me. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. Bend those knees. Bring the fingertips to the floor. Inhale at the bottom. And exhale, scoop the abdominals in. Tuck the pelvis. Straighten the legs. Stack the spine up nice and tall. And then from here, we're going to step to the front of the mat. You're going to take kind of a curtsy. You're going to bring one knee down and then take a seat on your sits bones. Send your legs out straight in front of you. We want the legs far enough away from you so that you can get your feet flat comfortably, but you can also get your back upright and nice and straight. So you don't want the legs so close that you're stuck in this rounded position. Walk those feet out so you can get upright on those sits bones. Rock side to side. Stephen, take the feet forward a little bit more. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There you go. Rock forward up on those sits bones. That's it. Hold underneath the thighs. We're going to take an inhale. And then on your exhale, scoop the abdominals in. And we're really trying to push the low back into flexion, not so much the rest of the spine. It's just following. And then lift back up. And do what feels good for your body today. So as we round the spine, I'm going to have you slowly roll backwards, but only take it as far as feels comfortable for you, depending on how warm you are right now. Inhale, pause, and then exhale, come forward. Grab the thighs, and then lift your spine back upright. Inhale, exhale, round the back into your C curve, and then take it backwards, rocking onto that sacral bone. And maybe you take it a little farther this time, maybe not. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. Use those thighs to help you lift through the spine. Again, exhale, round the spine. Send the spine backwards into a C curve. Maybe we go a little farther. Exhale, come forward. And then lengthen and lift. Nice and tall. And now we're going to add the arms. You're going to reach the arms forward. We're going to round the spine. You're going to roll back only as far as you feel comfortable right now. Take an inhale. Exhale, come forward. And now we're going to add on. You're going to lift the arms to the ceiling. Allow the knees to open to give you room to lengthen the spine. Open the arms to the side. And then scoop the arms and legs back in as you C curve. Roll back. A nice classic kind of unofficial BASI warm-up. Exhale, roll up. Lengthen and lift the spine and open the knees. Leave that room. Open the arms and then scoop the arms back in. Again, roll it back. Again, taking it only as far back as feels comfortable to you. Take it one rep at a time and come forward. And then lengthen and lift, opening the knees, opening the arms, scoop the arms and legs back in. And now from here, we're going to roll back. This time we do have to go all the way down. Take your feet with you. Staying parallel, hip width apart. Arms down by your sides. from here, we do want the knees pretty bent so that when you roll up into your pelvic curl position, you want the knees over the ankles. However, if that bothers the knees, please take the feet further away from you. We're going to inhale. And on your exhale, we're going to draw the belly button down, just using your abs, into your spine. And then pull your low back down into the mat. Don't use the legs to help you. Just think of those abs, scooping in, and then relax. And let the pelvis rock forward back to what we call neutral spine, where those hip bones and the pubic bone are nice and parallel to the floor. We're gonna exhale, scoop the abs into your lumbar imprint, drawing those abdominals in more, a little more, and then rocking back to your neutral. So the goal is to learn how to activate those abs and to get as much of that flexion in the spine as you can, only using the abs and not allowing your legs to help you yet. And then back to neutral. On this next one, we're going to lift the pelvis. So we're going to exhale, scoop the abs into that imprint one more time. And now we're going to use the legs to lift the hips up, dig into those heels. Hold the abs nice and active. Peel the spine up into a straight line. Try not to look side to side in this position, but I want you to draw the ribs and the hip bones towards each other. Imagine you're wearing suspenders right there, and you got to tighten those suspenders. Put the weight on the inside of those feet so you feel those inner thighs active. Shift your weight forward so you feel the hamstrings, and now exhale, roll down from your chest bone to your ribs and the belly button. The low back, release the glutes, relax the legs, and come back to your neutral position with your abs. Inhale. Exhale, scoop the abdominals in. Peel the tailbone up. Pushing the knees forward, forward, forward. You want a hamstring cramp. If you get a hamstring cramp, you're doing it right. Inhale and exhale, roll down. Nice and slow. Take your time. Release the glutes. Rock back to neutral. And again, inhale. Exhale, draw the abdominals in, trying to flatten that spine to the floor, and then peel the spine up one vertebra at a time, using your upper arms to stabilize you, and roll back down. And as you do the next couple of pelvic curls, I want you to imagine that your back is a sticker and you're imprinting that low back, you're flattening that sticker down, and then I want you to peel the spine up like you're peeling up a sticker off the floor, coming all the way up into that bridge position. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to put that sticker back down on the mat with no ripples and no air bubbles. And release the glutes and rock back to neutral one more time. Inhale and exhale, scooping the abdominals in, peeling up that piece of tape. I switched analogies. It's the same idea though. Nice big inhale, exhale, placing that sticker back down one vertebra at a time. Release the glutes, come back to neutral. So we should really be feeling the hamstrings now, and we're really warm in your abdominals. We're going to go back to your imprint. Take the arms up to the ceiling, palms of the hands facing in, about shoulder height. You're going to open the arms into a T position. And then from here, keeping your low back down, lift one leg to tabletop. So you have your knee above your hip and your shin is parallel to the floor. And then keep your low back down as you lift your second leg. That's usually where we lose it. Keep that imprint. And now inhale, we're going to go away from me first. You're going to roll onto the right side of that hip. And then exhale, pull those abs in and up and over to the other side. And exhale, pull back in through that imprint and inhale up and over. Exhale, pull the abs back in and inhale up and over. And exhale, draw the abdominals down to the mat. As you twist, I want you to keep those legs squeezed together and try to imagine that you're wringing out your spine like you'd wring out a towel. So as I twist my spine on the lower half, I'm also sinking down against the opposite shoulder blade in the rib cage and coming back. Inhale, rotate using your obliques. Do all that work. And then exhale back to center. Let's do once more towards me. Inhale, rotate. And exhale back to center. And now from here, we're going to take the arms back up to the ceiling. We're going to add a progression. We're going to take the arms away, and we're going to go away from me. So now it's harder not to fall over, right? Keep that opposite shoulder blade down and then pull back to center. Don't move the hands to the side. Keep them completely still. Inhale, twist. Keeping this opposite shoulder and rib cage down. And center. Inhale into your twist. Use your exhale to come back through your imprint. And inhale, rotate. And exhale. One more time. As you rotate away from me, take the arm towards me, open to the side into your T position. So you're reaching towards me and away from me at the same time, and then pull back, lift both arms, and then rotate the legs towards me. Take your top arm away, your opposite arm away, reaching long, and then exhale, pull back in. Good. Set one foot down and the other foot down. We're going to interlace the fingers together, webbing to webbing, and I want you to check to make sure there's no light coming through the middle of the fingers. It's nice and tight. Take your hands behind your head, right on the occipital bone. So you're above your neck, but below the middle of the head. Allow the elbows to float away from the mat, because if you put the elbows down, likely your shoulders are shrugged towards your ears. So I want you to take your elbows away from the floor and then draw the shoulders down so you can create as much space between your shoulders and your ears as humanly possible. And now, before we lift, I want you to try to pull your hands apart, really active in those arms, and try to pull them apart. Don't let them separate, but you want to feel that activity. And what we should have felt is this armpit muscle right here really activated and turned on. And now we're ready to support the head weight. We're going to take an inhale. On your exhale, don't go for your head first. You want to lift from drawing your ribs down. Lift your head, chest, and neck together as one piece. And then hold at the top. Take your hands to your thighs. Let's see if we can come up just a little bit higher. And in this position, I do want you to be in an imprint, but not because you're tucking your pelvis to get there. I want the tailbone to stay down, but I want you to get that imprint just by lifting that deep into your C curve. Now from here, we're going to take the hands to the knees. Keep your eyes looking right where your fingertips are while you take your arms up to the ceiling. And then take your hands behind your head. Rest your head back into your hands as you lower the head and chest down. Inhale. Exhale, glide the ribs down. Lift your head and your chest at the same time. And now reach and grab those thighs. Pull yourself up a little bit deeper. See if you've got a little more range without tucking the pelvis. And the higher you get, the easier this will be on your neck and the more you'll feel your abs. Hands to the knees. Keep your eyes forward as you lift the arms. Take your hands behind your head, rest your head and neck, and then lower the head and chest back down. Very good. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Glide your ribs to your hip bones. Grab those thighs. Give yourself a little bit of a boost. Use your biceps to lift you as high as humanly possible. See if you can hold it. Hands to the knees. Hands to the ceiling. Hands behind the head. And then lower the head and chest back down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Glide your ribs to your hip bones. See if you can get up as high as you could before you give yourself the boost. And now check. Are you already there? That's success right there. Hands to the knees. Hands to the ceiling. Hands behind the head. And then lower the head and chest back down. So if you're doing this right, you should be burning already. Are we feeling the abs? Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the head and chest. Come up as high as humanly possible. Keep your hands behind your head. Now you're going to rotate away from me. Pause here. Take the arm that's on my side out. Point to the outside of your knee joint that you're looking at. Look at the palm of your hand. Now lift towards the palm of your hand. Good. This is your chest lift with rotation. Don't change it. Take your hand back behind your head. Come back through center and then lower the head and chest. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be so kind today. You're welcome. Inhale and exhale. Lift the head and chest. Lift as high as you can. Rotate towards me. Take the arm further from me out to the outside of that knee. Look at the palm of your hand. Lift towards the palm of your hand. This is your chest lift with rotation. Keep it there. Take your hand back. Come back to center. And then lower the head and chest. Okay, now that we've found that position, we're going to go into chest lift with rotation, but we are not going to come back down in between reps. We're going to stay up nice and high. We're going to do 4. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the head and chest. Come up as high as you can, and now rotate away from me. Keep the hands behind the head. Back to center. And rotate towards me. And back to center. Keep the shoulder blades away from the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, center. And inhale, lift through the middle. 2 more. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. And exhale, rotate. And inhale, center. Last ones. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Back to center. Lower the head and chest. Very good. Circle the arms around to your sides. Find a neutral pelvis, so no longer trying to flatten that low back, keeping a nice little space there. You're going to take the leg furthest from me up to a 90-degree bend of the knee, but take your hip, your thigh closer to you than your regular tabletop. From here, we're going to lower the thigh bone down without changing the knee joint. So you're going to touch your toes to the mat, but again, we're still at 90 at the knee. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, tap, and exhale, lift. The goal is to stabilize the pelvis with the abdominals, drawing the belly button into your spine and not allowing the pelvis to dip towards the lifted side. Place your foot down and then take your back leg up for the one closest to me. Still in a 90-degree bend of the knee, taking the thigh past your hip joint. We're going to inhale, lower, tap, and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Tap and exhale, lift. Try to feel the weight of your thigh bone as you lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. Only making this as big as you can stabilize. Exhale, lift, and stay. Now from here, we're going to go into leg changes. I want you to point your bottom foot and send your foot out so that your knee is at a 90-degree bend again. We're going to keep the pelvis nice and still. Switch the legs on your exhale. And exhale, and exhale. Take your time, really milk it. Feel the abdominal work. Relax the head and neck. Try turning your head to the right and to the left. It should be relaxed. Nose to the ceiling and keep it there. Once more on each side. Good. From here, take your legs to tabletop. If your hip flexors are done, you can put your feet back down. That's fine. We're going to lift the arms up and then reach back overhead. Now, as you do this, the tendency is for the ribs to want to splay up. So I want you to try to relax your mid-back into the mat and then keep the ribs soft. We're going to lift the arms just to 90 to the ceiling. Now lift the head and chest, but don't change the arms. Now lower the arms, but don't change the head and chest. Good. So we should have the arms parallel to the ground, lifted as high as humanly possible. Lift the arms up, and now lower just the head and chest, and then reach just the arms back. Again, 100 prep. We lift the arms, lift the head and chest, lower the arms. Lift the arms up, lower the head and chest, reach the arms back. Ideally, this is nice and flowy, so you don't actually see those checkpoints. Inhale, lift. Lower and reach back. Exhale, arms, head and chest, arms, and then arms again, head and chest, and arms. Are we warm enough to do 100? Up to you. I will listen to you. If you say no, I'll put 100 later in the class. Do we feel good? I'm not hearing a yes or no. Yes, okay. From here, we're gonna go ahead and lower the head and chest. A few different options before you go into it. The hardest version of this is to have your legs straight and your feet around your eye level. If you cannot stabilize this, take your feet up higher. If you need to go all the way perpendicular, that's also fine. If you need to take it back to tabletop or set the feet down, you can also do that. But the goal is to really lift as high as you can. If you feel like you're just in your neck and you're not in your abs, just put the head down for today and use the legs as the challenge, but don't force your head and neck to stay up if you're not able to get high enough to stay in the abdominals. Does that make sense? So we're all gonna kind of do this at our pace, but we are doing 100 little pulses. So we're gonna take those arms up overhead. On your exhale, lift the head and chest, send your arms and legs out straight. We're gonna inhale, stay, exhale, pulse the arms. And inhale. Keep your eyes on your thighs or on your feet. And inhale. As high as you can get, exhale. And inhale. Pull the belly button deeper into your spine. And exhale. And inhale, 2, 3. Halfway there, let's hug the knees to the chest. Take a quick breather. I said I was going to be kind today, didn't I? Rock your knees side to side. Give your head and neck a break. I took us down because I was seeing the necks popping. All the neck muscles bulging out. Okay, round 2. Exhale, lift the head and chest, send the legs out straight. We're going to go again. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, pulse. And inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Make sure you're pulsing from your shoulder joints, not from your wrists, not from your elbows, but from the shoulders. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3. One more time. Exhale. And inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Take your legs to tabletop. Lift the arms. Lower the head and chest and send the arms back. Let's send the legs out straight, one at a time, and then reach the legs out long. I will allow you to splay those ribs to the ceiling and indulge in that nice abdominal stretch. And then go ahead and melt your mid back down into the table. Circle the arms around by your sides. Take a moment to make sure you're laying in a straight line with your feet, your pelvis, and your chest in alignment and not on a diagonal line. And then take the leg furthest from me up to a tabletop. You're going to grab your thigh and then extend your leg up to the ceiling. Flex your foot and then hold that stretch for a moment. Point your foot away from you. Flex your foot towards you and then point. And what we want is to slowly kind of adjust that hamstring so that when we go into our leg circles, we're nice and loose. We have a little less resistance. Flex the foot and keep it there. Let go of your leg. And I want this thigh bone to be perpendicular to the ground. Even if that means bending your knee, then this is what we would rather have if there's a hamstring flexibility thing. From here, you're going to send your leg across your midline towards me. Lower the leg down, come all the way back up. Again, across the midline, down and up. Little faster. We inhale and we exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale, circle and exhale. Make sure your pelvis does not move. You're holding your abs nice and still. One more rep and exhale and stay up. We're going to reverse your circles. You go out away from me and back up, away from me and up. Good. Inhale, circle and exhale. And exhale, keeping your abs nice and active. Good reminder that this is in your abdominal block, not the hip work or leg work block, right? Although it's a lot of hip flexors. Pause at the top. Point your foot. Bend your knee. Glide your leg out straight. Notice how much longer that leg feels than your other leg. And then pick up the leg closest to me, to your tabletop. Grab your thigh Extend that leg to the ceiling. Going into that hamstring stretch, we're going to flex the foot and point. And flex and point. Just allowing that leg to adjust. Flex and stay there. Let go of the leg. Again, set the thigh just above your hip, and we're going to cross over the midline away from me. Down, up, and in. Again, exhale. Inhale, circle, and exhale. Inhale, circle, and exhale. If you have more flexibility than this 90-degree angle, please be conservative. Stop right over the hip joint, even if you've got more to work with. Once more. Inhale and exhale. Most of us don't have that problem. We're going to go the other way. Inhale, circle, and exhale. Maintaining a nice neutral pelvis the whole time. I'm going to put my hands here so you can see in the video, no movement, hopefully, of my pelvis. And exhale. One more inhale, and one more exhale, and pause at the top. Point your foot. Bend your knee. Glide your leg out straight. Both legs reaching long together, feeling the same length again. We're going to take the arms up. Palms facing each other this time. Overhead. And again, see if you can catch yourself with your ribs up. Draw the mid back down into the mat. Squeeze the legs together. We're going to go into roll up. A nice classic BASI roll up where we inhale, lift the arms, the head and chest, and then lower the arms parallel to the ground. We're going to stay here for a moment with the low back down. I'm still in my chest lift position, palms in. Now, this is where we use our exhale. And we roll up slow and come into our C curve. Arms are still parallel to the ground. Make sure your wrists are the same height as your shoulders. Unshrug those shoulders. Eyes on the thighs, looking right above your knees. Everyone draw your belly button in deeper. And now lift your rib cage off of your pelvis. Think of lifting towards the ceiling, but your shoulders melting down. Good. Beautiful C curves. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll back down, keeping your arms parallel to the ground. Stop in this little chest lift position. And now lift the arms up. Lower the head and chest and reach back. Again, we inhale, lift, and stay here. And if you need to bend your knees to come up into this slowly, please do that because we would rather you bend the knees than use momentum. Exhale, roll down. If you use momentum, you won't really get stronger, and you're always going to have to kick yourself up into this roll up. If you bend your knees instead, you might someday not have to bend the knees. It kind of depends on why, or maybe you always bend the knees, but at least you're going to feel the exercise, inhale and exhale, roll back, the way that it's meant to be felt, which is a lot more deeply in the abdominals. And if you kick yourself up, you're going to miss that moment. Exhale, we draw in deeper into the spine. You want to get that little earthquake abs moment. Inhale at the top, and exhale, roll down, nice and slow. Take your time. Good. Take the arms up. One more, sound good? Inhale, lift. Exhale, peel it up, softening the knees if you must. And from here, we inhale. Exhale, roll back down. And take the arms up. And overhead, getting that shoulder stretch. Once more, just to come up. We inhale, and we exhale, using your roll up as a transition now. As we lengthen the spine up. Dorsiflex those feet, toes to the ceiling. You're going to separate the feet about inside your mat width apart, just outside your shoulder width apart. Pulling up tall. Bend your knees if you need to get upright. Feel those butt bones. Rock side to side. You want to feel that nice lift. The bent knee is okay if that's what we need to get in this tall position. If you're able to straighten the legs and maintain a flat back, then excellent. But if not, keep those knees bent because this is your priority. We're going to take an inhale and we're going to go into spine stretch. We're going to peel our head and neck away from that imaginary wall, followed by the upper back and the mid back and the low back. And as you roll forward, try to keep your hands off of the mat If you're able to hinge forward at the hips, you have more hamstring range, then great, go for it. Inhale. And exhale, roll back upright. Imagine lifting your spine up against a wall, one vertebra at a time. Draw the shoulder blades back. Inhale. Exhale, roll down, bring the crown of the head down, the upper back, the mid back, the low back. And if you have more hamstring range, then we hinge. If not, then that's where you stop. Inhale. Exhale, scoop the abdominals in, stack the spine and roll all the way up. Again, inhale. Exhale, peeling the spine down away from that imaginary wall, one vertebra at a time, keeping your eyes between the thighs so your neck is relaxed, your head is in line with your spine, and we exhale, roll up. Something I want you to pay close attention to is what your shoulders are doing. It's common for the shoulders to want to really lift as you do this. So I want you to inhale, and as you exhale, imagine the shoulder blades get heavier and heavier and heavier, so they stay down away from your shoulders, and the wrists get lighter and lighter. Inhale, exhale, roll back up. So now you should feel that burn more in the shoulder muscle here in that deltoid, not so much in the neck. We want the upper traps fully relaxed, or as much as humanly possible. One more. Exhale, roll down. Shoulders are heavy immediately, right there. They're going to want to come up. Don't let them do it. Inhale and exhale. Roll back up to your start position. We're going to take the legs together. Point your feet. Draw your legs in and grab those ankles. We want to try to grab as low on the ankles as we can, however, whatever's comfortable. Let the elbows float a little bit away from the legs, just so that you're not gripping the legs with your arms. Squeeze your legs together. And we're going to go into roll like a ball. Of course, if this one's not appropriate for you, if you have a disc thing or a spine thing where you shouldn't be loading the spine like this, then please do something else. And what I want you to do is just balance here, as you've been doing this whole time. I know you've been balancing while I've been talking, especially everybody online with their cameras off. I know your feet are still up off the mat because I trust you. We're going to scoop those abs in, and I want you to try not to roll yet. Just scoop as deeply as humanly possible without rolling, without rolling, without rolling, and then now we roll because we have to, and we come back up. Did you guys feel that? Yes? Yes. Good, thank you. And we're going to roll. We're going to thank you. I like you. She talks to me. We're going to scoop those abs in. Try not to roll until you have to, and then come back up. We miss that moment if we just throw the head back or we just lean backwards. You want to scoop, 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 and then let it organically happen. Let that roll happen organically. Don't force it. We scoop, we scoop, we scoop, and we roll. Use your exhale to help you up. Remember that we're only going to the shoulder blades and no more. Keep your eyes on your thighs and your head off the ground. Inhale back. Exhale up. Let's do one more. Inhale, scoop, 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 scoop. Exhale, lift. Very nice. From here, we're going to take the hands to your knees. The feet are still lifted. We're going to roll back slow. Don't flop. Don't flop. And take the knees slightly past your hip crease. We're going to go into double leg stretch. I want you to use your biceps to lift your chest as high as humanly possible. Send your legs out and your arms up and back. Fingertips together behind you. Hold this for a moment. And now circle the arms. Pull the legs back in and pull with your biceps. Did you lose your chest lift? I hope not. Inhale, send the arms and legs out. Exhale, back in. Inhale, we go out. Exhale, back in. And again, the height of your chest is the most important thing. The higher you go, the more you feel your abdominals and not your neck. Inhale, exhale, we circle in. One more. Inhale, exhale, back in. We're going to lower the head and chest for a moment. Give your head and neck a rest. Look side to side. Let that neck go. And then come back to center. We're going to come up into your double leg stretch position again. Lift the head and chest nice and high. Take your knees slightly past your hip crease. Everyone grab the knee that's furthest away from me and send the other leg out straight. Good. Your opposite hand is on the knee. Your outside hand is on top of that hand. We're gonna lift up high, higher, higher. And now push your leg into your hand. So you feel this hamstring active. And now switch your legs, single leg stretch. Exhale, and exhale, and exhale, and exhale. And we're switching our hands as well. So my opposite hand is always on that opposite leg. Exhale, 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 exhale. Once more to each side. Hands behind the head, rotate towards the bent leg, away from me, into crisscross, and rotate towards me. And then rotate away from me. And exhale, rotate towards me. And away from me. Make sure your feet stay the same height and that you're not kicking either of those feet up towards the ceiling like I probably did just now. I felt it. And left. And away from me. And towards me. Come back to your center. Grab your knees. Get your chest lift back. Up higher. Up higher. Use your legs to help you. Take your hands behind your head. Inhale. Exhale, lower the head and chest back down. Set one foot down and the other foot down. Circle the arms around by your sides. Let's go into into shoulder bridge prep. We're gonna inhale. Exhale, draw the belly button down into your spine and then peel the tailbone up as you slowly roll up into your pelvic curls. We are going to do a few of these. Inhale and exhale, roll down, because I like to do a couple pelvic curls before we go into shoulder bridge prep. Feel the difference in your spine as you imprint and you peel the spine up and you send those knees forward. There really is a huge difference. And exhale, roll down, nice and slow. Take your time, rocking back to your neutral. Again, inhale. Exhale, scoop the abs in, imprint with those abs, and then peel the tailbone up. And your body should feel a lot more willing to move for you now that we're warmed up. I say this every week. I'm going to say it every single week from here on out. But I love doing pelvic curls in the middle of your mat class. I don't think we're in the middle. We're about, in the middle. Peeling up that spine, because you don't often get a chance to feel that pelvic curl other than at the beginning of class. And it feels so different. I can't skip it. I have to do it twice. From here on out also, we're going to kick it up a notch. So anytime something feels like not the best choice for you today, come back to your pelvic curls and just do those. Stop at the top of your bridge. Take the leg furthest away from me, up into your single leg lift position. So a deep tabletop. You're going to lower that leg down, tap, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. 3 more. Tap and lift. Keep your pelvis still. Place the foot down and then switch your sides. Take that leg up and in past your hip crease. Inhale, tap, exhale, lift. Tap and exhale, lift. On the hip that's lifted, really push away from your shoulder until you feel this inner thigh on your standing leg. Hold. Place the foot down. Correct that pelvic curl and then roll back down through your spine, one vertebra at a time. Rock back to neutral. And then again, if you need to stay in pelvic curls, go ahead and stay in pelvic curls. We're going to take one leg to tabletop at a time. We're going to straighten the legs up to the ceiling, and we're going to do rollover. So this involves, as some of you know, going inverted up onto the shoulder girdle with the sits bones towards the ceiling. If this is not appropriate for you today, just do pelvic curls. Take it easy. Lower the legs down to a 60-degree angle. From here, we're going to inhale, lift the legs to a 90-degree angle. We're going to exhale, peel up and over into a rollover. Flex your feet, separate your feet, lower your toes towards the floor, and then roll back down with control. And then point your feet to the ceiling, lower and reconnect. Inhale, lift to the ceiling. Exhale, up and over. Thinking of lifting your pelvis to the ceiling. Flex, separate, lower the feet, don't change your spine, and roll back down. The goal is to not sink into your spine, so please make sure that you're lifting and lengthening. Inhale, one more. Exhale. Lifting your pelvis to the ceiling. Flex, separate, lower the toes a little bit. Exhale, roll down. Point to the ceiling, lower the legs, reconnect the knees, and then set your feet back down, 1 foot at a time. Glide the legs out straight. How'd it go? Good? We're gonna roll onto your side facing me. Your bottom arm is gonna go out straight overhead. You're gonna rest your head on your arm, scoop the abdominals up and in. Now, every body shape is different, so there might not necessarily be an actual space under your waist, but I want you to imagine that there's a little bubble there that you're trying not to pop, and that your spine is lifted, the bones are lifted away from the mat. Draw the belly button in. Think of the hip bones and the ribs drawing together. Take your top hand in front of you for balance. This left hip, or your top hip, should be above your bottom hip. You want to make sure you're not rolled back or rolled forward. Both of those will cause the wrong muscles to activate here, so make sure you're stacked. Memorize how that feels between your hip and the mat. And now lift your feet, just your feet. And notice if any of those muscles turned back off just now. Put them back on. Pull the belly button to your spine. Scoop those abs in. And now from here, pretend you have one leg. You have a mermaid fin now. And we're going to inhale. On your exhale, I want you to imprint your waist and pop that bubble underneath you. And what you should feel is these obliques really active. If you feel your back, you need to take the feet forward a little, draw the abdominals in, and then lower back down. Exhale, scoop, and inhale away. And again, if you start to feel your back, either you're splaying the ribs and you're losing that abdominal connection, or maybe you're rolling your hip forward, or your shoulders forward, something's out of place. Exhale. Inhale down. And exhale, lift. Inhale down. If you want to challenge, you can take your hand away from you or by your side and scoop those abs in and away. And exhale. From here, lower the legs down. We're going to go ahead and come up onto your elbow if you can. If you need to modify and go to your forearm today, this is also acceptable. But if you can balance on the elbow, go for it. Scoop the abs in. Take both fingertips to the ears. Lift your top leg parallel to the ground. Reach it away from you just a little bit. And now from here, we're going to flex your foot. This is called side kick. You're going to try to send your leg forward without changing your spine. Pulse. Point and take it back. Little pulse. Flex and forward. Pulse, point, and back. This does not need to be as big as mine. I have flexible hamstrings. Just go to where your hamstring will allow you to go. And forward and back. And ideally, we're not moving the pelvis. We're allowing the chest to kind of shift forward and back, but not the hips. Last one, pulse and back. Pulse. Take the leg back to center. Set it down. You're going to swing the legs up and around to the other side, and then lay down. So we're still facing me, and now our heads are towards the middle of the room. So go ahead and turn around, face the front of the studio towards me, and put your head over on this side. There you go. No, you're fine. She's sick of me. She wants to roll away. We're gonna rest the head on the arm. You're gonna scoop the abdominals up and in, squeeze the legs together. Take the time, don't just go into it. Take the time to make sure this top hip is stacked above your bottom hip. Memorize the tactile feedback of the mat. And now lift the legs, draw the abdominals in, and we're gonna go into our side lift. We're gonna exhale, pop that bubble underneath you, and then let that bubble form again. And then pop the bubble, and then Visualize it coming back into formation, and we pop that bubble, and then it blows up again, creating space under that waist, and we exhale, and we inhale. And again, doesn't matter your body type here. It's not so much that we need a space underneath you, we just need the idea of that space. 2 more. Exhale into that imprint. Inhale away. 1 more time. Exhale, scoop, and away. Take that hand off if you do. 2 more, sorry. 2 more with the progression if you used it. And exhale. Jen's not counting today. Set those legs down. Take your elbow underneath you. And if you are choosing to go to the elbow today, make sure you are lifting and creating a big space. Imagine there's a big kind of ball underneath you, under that rib cage. So you don't want to be hanging out too low. You want to get up nice and high. Scoop the abs in. Take your top hand behind the ears. Scoop those abs. Lift your top leg. Reach it away from you a little bit. We're going to flex that foot and take it forward. Little pulse, point, and back. Little pulse. The goal is stability. And that stability comes before the mobility always. So if you need to make this smaller in order to control it better, then that's what we do. We take it forward, pulse, and back. 1 more. Forward, pulse, and back. Take it back to center. Lower that leg. We're going to come up onto our hands and knees, face the middle of the room. Scoop the abdominals in to an arch, just into that low back. Give it a little stretch. Make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Your knees are underneath your hips. And I want you to think mostly about the low back, expanding and expanding, and then come back to neutral. And now from here, keep the belly button to your spine. Lift your upper back, eyes forward. Think of the neck being long. And come back to center. So our cat stretch is really modest. We're really trying to pull just the lower spine into this flexion rather than allowing the upper back to go. We could go more, but we're showing restraint. And then we're coming back to center. And again, as we go into extension, we're going the path of most resistance. I'm trying to get my upper back to extend. I could drop my belly button and allow my low back to join me. But again, we're resisting, we're pulling the belly button in, we're choosing to feel the upper back more. Exhale, round the spine. Getting deeper into those abdominals, coming back to center. Inhale into your upper back extension. Keep the head and neck in line with the spine. Try not to crank the chin forward. Pull that chin to your chest a little more. Back to center. Once more, exhale, round. Getting a little bit more out of the low back than you think you have. Back to center. And then inhale, chest bone forward, belly button to the ceiling, not allowing that pelvis to give into that anterior tilt. Push the floor away from you a bit. Come back to center. From here, we're going to send 1 foot out straight behind you. Flex the foot. And then take your other foot back. Don't change anything. We're going to do front support. We'll just do a few reps on each side. Bend your right knee and glide. Glide the left. And glide the right. And glide the left. We're almost done on those wrists. Hang in there. And left. And exhale. And exhale. 1 more time. Don't change anything but that leg. Pause. From here, if you're able to use a push-up to transition to the mat, go for it. Otherwise, come down however you see fit. Point the feet behind you. Glide your arms down by your sides. Draw the abdominals in. I want you to pull the shoulder blades back, away from the floor. Keep the arms straight, and I want you to pull the belly button in. Push the pubic bone down. Elongate through the neck. Keep the chest nice and heavy. We're going to inhale. Pull your face and your neck away from the mat, but don't look forward. And now from here, just allow your chest bone to lift, but not the ribs. Keep the ribs heavy. Draw the shoulders back more. And then exhale down. So we're aiming Not for the low back, but for the upper back. We're going to inhale, lift the head and neck. Shoulder blades back. Lift your chest. Nothing else. And back down. I want you to think less about lifting away from the mat, more about peeling up like a sticker again, one piece at a time. Almost think of your chest bone pushing forward and forward, shoulders back, and then lower, back, down. The arms are the hardest part of this exercise, I'm not gonna lie. Keep those arms up off the ground as best you can. Inhale. Sorry for those of you who said your lats were sore before class. This is probably not helping. You'll thank me later. And exhale down. From here, place your forearms down underneath you. You're gonna glide the arms out straight, shoulder width apart. Separate your legs about hip width apart, and that's a small conservative hip width apart, so that fist width. From here, we're gonna go into a modified swimming. Draw the belly button in, pubic bone down, chest is heavy. Lift just your right arm and your left leg. And then lower your limbs back down. And now take your left arm and your right leg up. And then place them back down. And I want you to pay attention to where that movement is coming from. It should come from the shoulder joint and the hip joint, the ball and socket joints, not the elbows and the knees, which are hinge joints. You want the ball and socket, the shoulder and the hip, and back down. And the shoulder and the hip, and back down. Once more, left arm and right leg, and then down. And from here, we're gonna stay modified for a little longer. Draw the belly button in, lift both of your legs without going into your low back. Keep the chest heavy, push the pubic bone down and the belly button to the ceiling, and then we're gonna swim with just the legs, just the hip joints, nothing from the knees. You should feel a change of the tactile feedback on the thighs. And inhale and exhale. Very good. Reach your arms longer, sink your chest heavy as you lift your hands. And now start swimming with your hands as well. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Make sure you're still in the hip joints. You're not in your low back. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Pause. Lower the arms and legs. Draw your elbows in by your sides. The palms are down on the mat, so your whole forearm is connected to the mat. Your elbows are close to your sides. Now push off of your elbows, not off your hands. Don't lift your elbows like this. Push off the forearm. Lift your hips and slide back into a rest position. If you keep your legs really close together, that will give you the low back stretch and release, which is what we're looking for predominantly in this rest position. However, if that's not doable today or uncomfortable, you can let the knees separate. It's just going to go into more of a hip stretch instead of the low back, but that's okay, and maybe that would be your preference today. Nice big inhale. And nice long exhale. With each exhale, imagine your tailbone sinking down heavier on the heels. Nice big inhale. And exhale, actively relaxing and breathing into your back. One more time, inhale. And exhale. From here, we roll up. All the way up right onto your sits bones. Shoulders back. We're going to go ahead and take the legs around in front of you. Pulling up tall. Send those legs out straight, hip width apart. A little bit more on the wrists, and then we're done with the wrists. You're going to take the fingertips behind you. You're going to draw a straight line with those fingertips, and then place your hands down with your fingertips facing you. For those of you who have done back support before, you have an idea of how far away those hands need to be. But when we push up, we're going to lift the hips, and I want your shoulders right above your wrists. If this position is uncomfortable for you, you may take the fingertips out to the side, but please don't point them backwards. This is dangerous for your shoulder joint, and it's going to be unstable. So either hands out if it's tight or uncomfortable. Fingertips in is the best and the most preferred though. From here, lengthen through the spine. Before we go anywhere, draw your belly button and your back extensors in at the same time. Try to flex your back and your abs together so you feel like your torso is a nice stiff wooden board that you could not bend if you tried. And now we're going to inhale. On your exhale, push your feet down and lift, hinging at your hips and your shoulders. And then inhale, hinge back down, just to a hover. And exhale, come back up. And inhale down, keeping a nice neutral shoulder, pushing the ground away. Exhale up. Long through the crown of the head. Inhale down. 2 more if you can. Exhale, push into those feet. Long through the body. Inhale, hover. Last one, exhale, lift into a nice straight line. And then back down. And we fold forward. Flex your feet, curl your wrists, your hands into fists here, and then push your wrists up against the feet. I like that, nice stretch for the wrists. Keep the feet flexed. Roll your spine upright, pulling up tall. If for your hamstrings you need to bend your knees again, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, keep the legs straight if you're able. Take the arms to the side, palms up to the ceiling. We're gonna go into spine twist. Before we go anywhere, pull those shoulders back. Keep the shoulder blades back. Inhale. Exhale, rotate away from me. Pulse, come back to center. And rotate towards me. Pulse and center. Exhale. This pulse should be not so much bouncy, but more of a pulse. So your second one goes a little farther. And rotate a little more. Center. There is a noticeable pulse though. Don't remove the pulse entirely. And exhale, exhale. Keep those legs together. Stay on the sits bones. If you need to bend the knees to keep the back straight, then do that. So it would look just like this with that bent knee position. Much preferred to being back here. This is not great for your spine. Once more. Last one. Center. From here, we're going to bend the knees, take the feet in. You're going to come back to your balance. Grab your ankles. Joe's favorite. Every week I get you. We're going to pull up nice and tall, knees bent, holding the ankles. This is another rolling like a ball type exercise. So if this is not a great choice for you today, go back to something else that feels better for you. If you're able to straighten the legs, excellent. If not, keep that same start position and then don't change the legs. We're going to inhale, roll back, roll back, roll back, exhale, come back up. In comparison to roll like a ball, it's a little less on the way back and a little more on the way up. So you're going to kind of ride the brakes a little more. Exhale, hit the gas a little more to come back up. Inhale back. Exhale up. And tall. Those legs should be shoulder width apart. Exhale up. Whoops, I did not make it all the way up that time. I changed my position. Oh my gosh. You take a week off and look what happens. Inhale back. Exhale up. Still keeping your head off the ground. One more. Inhale back. Exhale up. Take your legs together. Take your arms up. It's okay if the legs have to lower, that's fine. We're gonna go into teaser 2. We're gonna lower the legs and then lift the legs. Lower the legs and lift the legs. 2 more, try not to change your spine, just your hip joints. 1 more, down and up. Bend your knees, grab those legs. Go into your seal puppy position, elbow pits against the knee pits. Hands on top of those feet. It's another rolling thing. So if this is bad for you today, then do something else. We're going to introduce the little claps first. I want you to open from the hip joints and then close the feet together. From the hip joints and close. So it's not the knees, right? It's the thighs out, in, out, in, out, in. Okay, we're going to do that at the top of the roll and at the and back upright, but don't clap yet. We're just gonna try the roll on its own. Just like roll like a ball, it's gonna feel a little different though. Back to the sits bones. Inhale back. Start your exhale a little bit early. A little pro tip, inhale. Exhale right here. Before you're coming back, right before. Inhale. Good. Now we'll add the clap. We're gonna go inhale back, clap 2, 3, exhale up, 1, 2, 3. Inhale back, 1, 2, 3, exhale up. Classic Joe Pilates right here. 2, 3, one more. Inhale, 1, 2, and exhale, 1, 2, 3. Stay. Take your legs back to a balance. Pull up tall. We've been on those sits bones a while, huh? It's kind of invigorating, right? We could stay here another hour. Yeah. Okay, we won't though. We're gonna put one foot down and the other foot down, pull up tall. Grab the hands underneath the thighs. You're gonna round your spine. And inhale, lengthen up. Take the arms away. Exhale, round. As far as you'd like. And exhale up. You might go lower because we're warm. Take the arms up and inhale, open the knees. Open the arms. Circle the arms and legs together. Take it back. Inhale. Inhale, lengthen the arms, open the knees. Open the arms. Scoop the arms and legs back in one more time. Inhale back as far as you like. Up to you. Exhale forward. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Open the arms. Bring the legs in. Good. From here, we're going to either swing the legs around behind you or you can crisscross and come up onto the knees that way. Whatever feels more comfortable. Tuck your toes underneath you. Push up onto your feet. You may have to step back a little bit into an up stretch or elephant position, otherwise known maybe as downward dog to some. You can bend one knee and bend the other knee. We're just going to prance for a moment. Stretch those legs out. And now from here, you're going to lift your heels up high. Put the heels back down. Lift the heels up high. Put the heels back down. Lift the heels up high. Bend your knees. And from here, we're going to do a little jump. On 3, you're going to jump and put your feet between your hands. 1, 2, jump, 3. Stick that landing. Lift your abdominals up as you roll yourself upright. Call that the BASI Panther. It's a version of it. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll down from the crown of the head, the upper back, the mid back. Bend your knees, bring your fingertips to the floor. Nice big inhale. Exhale, scoop the abs in. Tuck the pelvis. Straighten the legs. Stack the spine. Opening the chest. Again, inhale. Exhale, roll down. Bend those knees. Bring your fingertips down. Nice big inhale. And exhale, scoop from the waist like someone's lifting you back up. Straighten those legs. Stack the spine nice and tall. From here, we're going to take those arms up to the ceiling. The hand that's furthest from me is going to flex to the ceiling. You're going to grab that wrist with your other hand and push up. Draw those ribs down. And now go towards me into a side bend. And you can see, since you're looking at my side view, that my ribs aren't splaying out like this. You want to pull those abs in. And then come all the way up. Bring the arms down. Swing them back up. Flex your other hand to the ceiling and push against that wrist. Draw your ribs down. Take it over into a side bend. Imagining you're between 2 panes of glass. You can't go forward or backwards. And back up. Open the arms. All the way down by your sides. Growing tall through the crown of the head. Make sure your weight is even between those 3 points of the foot, the big toe joint, the pinky toe joint, and the heel. Lift through the backs and the fronts of the legs. Lift the pelvic floor. Pull the belly button and spine towards each other. Lift your rib cage off of your pelvis. Collarbones are flat. lifting your head off your shoulders. You may have noticed all of those things were actually already there in place. All right, and you guys are done. Thank you.